Miki Demeter, and I was asked by the Women Who Code to give you guys a video of me. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions they sent me by email, and we'll start off with, what were your first experiences with the Women Who Code? Well, the very first time that I went out to a Women Who Code event, and I watched everything that was going on, I was totally amazed, and I wanted to go approach the head, which was Katarina Pond. She was extremely intimidating, and I could not believe how she manages this entire group of people that was going on, and there were like 300 people at this third anniversary celebration going on. I had attended a couple of the other events, but this was the first time where I decided I wanted to introduce myself so that I could ask if there was anything I could volunteer to help for. So that was my first experience with the Women Who Code Portland. How has the Women Who Code had an impact on my life and career? Well, I don't think you would be here asking me to give you a video had it not been for the Women Who Code Portland. They have pushed me in directions that I would not have ever believed within the last year, and the stuff that I'm doing now, I would never have believed I would be doing. So they have made me seek new horizons and push me in directions and made me come out of my shell a lot more than I ever thought I would. What was a particular meaningful event or interaction that happened to me with the Women Who Code? I would have to say that happened at OSCON in Portland this year, when Tim O'Reilly decided it was time to put political affiliations as a protected class in their code of conduct and not tell anybody. And by doing so, did something that nobody else has thought to do, because this is not a protected class in the United States. And why would you want to protect political speech, period? That wasn't the only problem, is they also told people who were presenting that they could not have any political information in their talks. And this was added to their contracts without them ever knowing it. And this caused a number of other cancellations. Coraline Ada was one who decided not to present because of this particular edition. Tim O'Reilly eventually did rescind all of those changes and gave an apology that was more like, sorry, not sorry. And this was not, in my estimation, the way that I wanted to see it. And I withdrew I decided not to attend OSCON. The Portland Women Who Code, when they found out this had happened and knew what my reaction was and why, asked me, and I was just totally amazed, because there was no reason to ask me, but they wanted to know if there was anything they should do and maybe even withdraw themselves. This was a personal decision for me. Portland Women Who Code had made obligations, and I didn't want them to deny those obligations. And so I told them, no, this was my personal decision, and I was fine with them attending and doing their keynotes and their talks. I found out a day later that for me, they actually wrote up exactly what had happened, what OSCON had tried to do, Tim O'Reilly's sorry, not sorry apology, along with the statement from the Portland Women Who Code stating that they were going to watch this carefully in the future and not let things like this ever go by again. These women did this for me, and I will forever be grateful. Thanks. What do I believe is the importance of the Women Who Code? The importance of the Women Who Code to me is all of the Women Who Code.